Alright, so I've done my fair share of slating Keely Hodgkinson, probably to a disproportionate amount, but she brings up a really good point here. She's suggesting that male pacemakers could be in women's track world record. And, well, I'm completely stumped about what I actually think about this. So I'm going to argue both sides and maybe I'll come to a conclusion at the end. I mean, I think the best argument for saying yes is that, well, it's very commonplace on the road. Like, well, this picture, for example, we have men pacing women. And even at the major marathons, it's completely commonplace because Ruth Chapin-Getich was able to break her world record whilst being paced by a bunch of dudes. And even though the world record was eventually taken away from her, this big of a gap between men-only paces and women-only paces shows that it really helps them. But I think the biggest argument against it is that, well, pacemakers can actually finish the race. And in this case, it was a men pacing men, obviously. But Festus Talan was able to win the Eindhoven Marathon by doing this. So what are we going to do if they decide to just finish the race for women? Well, we can't have them competing and winning, because men competing in women's sports is a whole other issue. If male pacers were allowed to be in women's races, then I presume it would be something like Breaking 4, where they're able to finish and guide them around to the finish line, but they're not able to actually get time. But I think a lot of people have shown a bit of skepticism about all this new stuff about pacemakers and wave lights, which I've mentioned in the past, about how it kind of takes away from world records. So I think adding any more onto it is a bit pushing the boundaries. But I can completely see why people have no problem with it. So debate in the comments.